Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Welcome to another enlightening journey of Tafseer Quran with Hafiza Mariam. Today, we are going to explore the understanding of the translation and tafsir of first 7 verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. These verses hold profound wisdom and guidance, offering us insights into the core principles of faith and righteous living. Before we begin, if you find the value in our content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you never miss out on our explorations of the Quranic teachings. Now, let's dive into the beautiful translation of enlightening verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Alif Lam Mim. Dhalikal Kitabu. This is the book, La Rayba Fi, about which there is no doubt. Hudal lil Muttaqeen. A guidance for those conscious of Allah Almighty. Alladhina yu'minuna bil ghaybi. Who believe in the unseen. Wa yuqimuna as-salata. And establish prayer. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. And spend out of what we have provided for them. وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ. And who believe in what has been revealed to you, O Muhammad, peace be upon him. وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ. And what was revealed before you. وَبِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. And of the hereafter they are certain in faith. أُولَٰئِكَ عَلَى هُدًى مِّن رَبِّهِمْ. Those are upon right guidance from their Lord. وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. And it is those who are the successful. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. Indeed, those who disbelieve, سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْهِمْ. All the same for them. أَأَنذَرْتَهُمْ أَمْ لَمْ تُنذِرْهُمْ. Whether you warn them or do not warn them. لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. They will not believe. خَتَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ. Allah has set a seal upon their hearts. وَعَلَى سَمْعِهِمْ. And upon their hearing. وَعَلَى أَبْصَارِهِمْ غِشَاوَةٌ. And over their vision is a veil. وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ. And for them is a great punishment. So the first verse, which is the combination of Alif Lam Mim at the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah, is known as muqatti'at or disjointed letters. Their exact meaning is unknown, and they appear in several chapters of the Quran. Scholars have different opinions about their interpretation, but the precise meaning remains a mystery. The combination of letters like Alif Lam Mim appears in the beginning of some chapters in the Quran, and their specific meanings have not been explicitly explained in the text. Scholars have proposed various interpretations, ranging from emphasizing the miraculous nature of the Quran to acknowledging that their meaning is known only to Allah Almighty. In a sense, the muqatti'at serve as a linguistic and spiritual mystery, inviting reflection and contemplation for believers. The second verse of Surah Al-Baqarah states, "This is a book about where there is no doubt, guidance for those conscious of Allah Almighty." In this verse, the Quran is described as a book devoid of doubt, emphasizing its clarity and reliability as a divine guide. The term guidance for those conscious of Allah Almighty underscores that the Quran is intended for those who are mindful, aware, and pious in their devotion to Allah. It encourages believers to approach the Quran with reverence, seeking guidance in their lives and spiritual journey. This verse sets the tone for the profound significance and reliability of the Quran as a source of divine guidance for those who approach it with a sincere and God-conscious heart. This verse emphasizes the clarity and guidance found in the Quran, asserting that it is a book without doubt and serves as guidance for those who are mindful of Allah Almighty. It underscores the importance of approaching the Quran with sincerity and a conscious awareness of Allah Almighty. The third verse of Surah Baqarah emphasizes 3 fundamental aspects of a believer's life. Number 1. Belief in the unseen. This refers to having faith in aspects of the divine that are beyond human perception. True believers trust in the God's wisdom, acknowledging His existence and control over the unseen aspects of the universe. Number 2. Establishment of prayer. It underscores the central role of regular prayers as a pillar of faith. Establishing prayer is a visible expression of one's submission to Allah, fostering a continuous connection and devotion to Him. Number 3. Charitable giving. The verse encourages believers to be generous and compassionate. They are urged to share their wealth and resources with others, particularly those in need. This act of giving reflects a sense of social responsibility and compassion in the community. The fourth verse of Surah Al-Baqarah states, "And who believe in what has been revealed to you, O Muhammad, peace be upon him, and what was revealed before you, and of the hereafter they are certain in faith." This verse highlights the characteristics of believers, emphasizing 3 key elements. Number 1. Belief in the Quran. Believers are required to have faith in the revelation given to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, recognizing the Quran as a source of guidance and divine wisdom. Number 2. Belief in previous revelations. The verse emphasizes the continuity of the message by requiring believers to have faith in the scriptures that were revealed prior to the Quran, acknowledging the interconnectedness of divine guidance throughout history. Number 3. Certainty in the hereafter. Believers are expected to have unwavering faith in the concept of the hereafter, demonstrating a deep and unshakable conviction in the life after that and the consequences of one's actions in the afterlife. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 5 states, "Those are upon right guidance from their Lord, and it is those who are the successful." This verse refers to those who follow the guidance from their Lord. It signifies that true success lies in adhering to the divine guidance provided by Allah Almighty. The right guidance mentioned here encompasses following the teachings of Islam and living a righteous life. The verse implies that success is not merely worldly achievement, but more importantly, attaining God's desire and guidance, which leads to ultimate success in the hereafter. The 6th verse of Surah Al-Baqarah states, "Indeed, those who disbelieve, it is all the same for them whether you warn them or do not warn them. They will not believe." This verse underscores the idea that disbelief is a matter of personal choice and attitude, regardless of whether Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warns the disbelievers or not. Their disbelief remains unchanged. It highlights the importance of individual responsibility in accepting or rejecting guidance, indicating that sincere warning may not necessarily lead to belief if one's heart is close to it. This verse from Surah Al-Baqarah emphasizes the idea that the rejection of faith by disbelievers is not influenced by whether or not they receive warning. The verse conveys that disbelief is a matter of personal choice and inclination. The refusal to believe is not due to a lack of warning or guidance, but stems from the disbelievers' own attitudes and resistance to faith. It underscores the individual responsibility for accepting or rejecting belief, highlighting that even extensive warning may not alter the decision of those whose hearts are close to faith. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 7 states, "Allah has set a seal upon their hearts and upon their hearing, and over their vision is a veil, and for them is a great punishment." This verse describes a state of spiritual blindness and deafness that results from a persistent rejection of guidance. The metaphorical seal upon their hearts implies a hardening of their hearts against the truth. The veil over their vision suggests a deliberate blindness to the sign of Allah. This condition is a consequence of their own choices and actions. The verse warns of a severe punishment for those who, despite receiving guidance, obstinately turn away from it. It emphasizes the importance of being open-hearted and receptive to divine guidance to avoid spiritual consequences. As we conclude our exploration of the first 7 verses of Surah Baqarah, we have uncovered layers of wisdom and guidance that resonate through the ages. Remember to reflect on these verses incorporate their teaching into your life, and share this knowledge with others. If you found this video beneficial, give it a thumbs up, share it with those seeking knowledge, and subscribe for more insightful content. Until next time, may peace and blessings be upon you all. Jazakallah khair for joining us on Learn Online Quran Academy. Assalamu alaikum.